Hey, welcome to Couple of Issues.
Welcome back.
Episode 2. We made it. Our relationship's thriving.
We made it so far.
And this episode is brought to you by High Standards. We're not selling out just yet.
It's like, what?
We got from episode 1, we got so many offers.
Yeah, our emails flooded. We had to cancel it.
But they were like Jimbo's Gymnasium and like Ron's Steak Shack. Like, we're not, no. Come on.
I want to do a Jimbo's Gymnasium or whatever. That sounds so fun. Roll the intro.
Here's the intro.
Couple of issues.
The point being is that, it's working, guys.
Yes, it's been working.
It's working.
Jimbo's Gymnasium, whatever, is quaking that we're talking crap about them right now.
Yeah. So please leave us some good reviews on iTunes. My parents read them.
They do?
Yeah. And they want
no.
they said there's a lot more that could be there.
Oh, they have said that?
Yeah, my parents.
Well, do they want to
My
talk to
parents
us about
produced this podcast.
They're sitting in the room. They're right over there.
Yeah.
How awkward.
Yeah, that'd be so funny.
Yeah.
But Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that, at Couple of Issues. You can follow us. You can follow our personals, too.
Yeah, at Carly and Contro.
At Bruce Wigner.
That's
I don't know why
W-I-E-N-E-R.
R. Okay.
Sorry, I just wanted to beat you to that. I know how to spell your name. I'm just trying to prove that I know how to spell your last name.
Most people are confused how to pronounce my last name because the E is basically silent.
Yeah.
Wigner. I think it's German. Wagner.
Wigner.
Wagner.
Wigner.
Wagner.
Wigner.
No, Wagner.
Wagner.
Anyway,
Is this
shout out to Germany.
inappropriate? I don't know.
I don't think it's inappropriate.
Okay. Like making fun of.
But it's German. Speaking of other countries.
Of traveling to other countries.
You were just in Vietnam not too long ago.
Literally not something I thought I would ever say in my entire life. Vietnam. So Aaron
Good morning, Vietnam!
didn't make that reference once there, actually.
Yeah. It's an old reference.
Yeah.
It's a Robin Williams. Shout out. Pour one out, Robin Williams.
You poured all over the gear.
We got electrocuted.
Yeah. Aaron and I were just there for like a week, a little bit less than a week, for a brand deal. Yeah. So, oh my God, Jinx, you owe me $10,000. Anyways. I'm kind of tired. That's all I got
it's
from
been like 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's weird because I feel like I wasn't
I'm tired.
but like I always am. It was weird. I feel like there was no jet lag coming back really, except it's way harder for me to wake up in the morning than it normally is. But same with Erin, and Erin's an early riser, and she woke up at 1 p.m. yesterday.
It's an early riser.
Yeah.
Okay, let's backpedal a little
Sorry.
bit.
I'm just excited.
You went to Vietnam.
Yes.
You flew there from Los Angeles, California.
Yes.
It's a 14-hour time difference.
Uh-huh.
Just on the time difference. So right now we're recording this at 9 p.m. So it means it's
11 a.m.
11 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
Right now.
It's weird. It's a very weird thing to get used to when you go there. Like, Aaron and I were literally falling asleep at like 6 p.m. every day there. It was bad. And it was like kind of intense. Like, it's so hot and humid there. We were playing games outside all day. And so by that time, we were just beat. It was pretty crazy.
I know a lot of people have asked me, like, I said, even just saying to people, like, oh, yeah, it was a brand deal. That's why she was in Vietnam. They're still like, what do you mean? Like,
I know, same.
I think people are still confused as to, like, what that entails.
Oh, what a brand deal is?
Yeah, especially like a sponsored one like that. Because it was with Malibu Rum.
Yes. So
we won't say their name again unless they want to sponsor this podcast.
Yeah, they're like, no, we're good. You said it once. Yeah. We didn't even ask.
We got it.
They add that to my contract.
That's funny.
So basically they reached out. Actually, it was through our managers, but the whole deal was we go to Vietnam, and there were like 30 influencers. So basically 30 people who are on the internet, either Instagram people, YouTubers.
30 people on the internet. Just Google
random.
searching. They found them.
Yeah,
the FBI jumped in.
They're like, you have to go to Vietnam. It was like a different form of being drafted.
We've been watching you. You drink Malibu sometimes.
So, do you want to come to Vietnam? Honestly, I didn't know any details.
It's a weird location for that.
It is, but like once I was there, I was like, oh, I get it. It was so beautiful where we were, and there were so many people from around the world. It made sense. I thought it was just people from LA. So I was like, why can't we do it in Malibu? Like that would make sense. But
so ignorant.
Yeah. So it was really great. Basically, what we had to do there was post a bunch of social media things. So like some Instagram pictures,
promoting like
all
Malibu.
promoting the product. Yeah. So Instagram stories. We have to do some Facebook things. We have to post a YouTube video. So that's what a brand deal is. It's like a company reaching out saying, "Hey, we'll pay you this if you want to post this or this many things or whatever it entails." So yeah, it was cool. I would never. I never
Wait.
thought I would go there. What's up?
Who hosted?
Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas hosted.
He's burning up.
Okay,
Burning up.
I got a little beef with the Joe bro.
Nick specifically or all of
Yeah,
them?
Nick was spraying my girlfriend with water.
He was getting us wet.
I still get jealous.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It actually was amazing because it was so hot out there. We played this game where we had to.
Okay, I'm right here. I know he's got washboard abs.
Does he? He had a shirt on the whole time. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
But we played this hot air balloon. Like honestly, wouldn't be surprised. A water balloon fight, and he was,
Hot air balloon.
and it was on the beach, and it was so hot out. It was so hot they had to keep watering the sand down because what?
Okay, just keep going.
What were you making a face about?
So hot. Water us down. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Right here.
It's all on camera, so that sounded weird. But it was so hot and humid outside that they wanted him to, whenever we needed it, to just like spray us. So he was like in a little booth, but there was an audience there who were like extras, and so he was in between the bleachers of audiences. And if we wanted to get sprayed, we'd just like run by and he would hose us down.
You would just flash him.
Yeah, we just get
Let's
naked.
be real.
Like, yeah, we just get naked. It was a crazy Vietnam trip.
Sorry.
But yeah, it was fun. But Bruce stayed back. And he did something.
I held the fort
He held the fort down.
of my own apartment because we don't live together.
Yeah.
I started back up on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm back on.
How does it feel?
It's ironic because this podcast is on YouTube.
Yes. Hello.
But no, so as you may have heard in episode 1, if you haven't heard, Carly just said she's a social media person, and I am a producer-songwriter. So I was in a duo for a while, and then we used to do weekly videos on YouTube, and it was hashtag Riot Monday. Shout out to Riot Monday.
Every Monday.
Shout out to the Riot Squad, first off.
Hey, guys.
So her name was The Weekend Riot, and the other guy left. He didn't want to do music anymore, so I kind of spent most of 2017 figuring out what I wanted to do, and I did like a few videos in between, but I just didn't know. I was like, I really just want to be a producer-songwriter and still be able to like sing and put my own stuff out, but then also feature people. And while you were in Vietnam, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm tired of like waiting, and like I think because I'm my own worst critic.
Yeah.
That I was just like, I can't do it. And then like I would like film something, I hated it.
Yeah.
And then it was like finally I was like, I'm just gonna put it out. And tossed around a few different ideas with management and stuff, and so what I'm doing is taking songs. So the one I just posted, it's Bozzy's song "Mine." Uso, Vernon, Brandon, Beto, Die, and but I just kept the chorus. I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep the chorus the same. I'm gonna sing that chorus, but I want to make a verse that's completely different. And so I wrote this verse, redid all the production on it, calling it a remix. But it's basically just like a new song with a Bozzy chorus.
Yeah, yeah. It's really
and,
entertaining to watch, too. Like, you making it.
Oh, yeah, there's a video as well of the production walkthrough of just, like, building the track. And it's funny because, like, even editing that, I'm like, I don't make sense sometimes when I'm talking. Like, my brain, in the moment, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this and that. And then watching myself, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I'm like,
really?
Oh, that's what it is, yeah. It's funny to see.
Yeah.
My brain goes so quick. That's why I'm, like, exhausted by the end of a session.
Yeah. It's just so, like, mind-taxing.
Yeah, but the song is all about Carly over here. And, basically it was just kind of like the struggle of 2017 and how she was kind of my rock through all that and helped me through it. And I think we should see other people.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Speaking of seeing other people.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, that was a good segue.
Yeah.
But no, I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you, too. Thanks for making that about me. That was very sweet.
Yeah, whatever. Thanks, Bozzy.
Thank you, Bozzy.
He wrote that about you. That's
I know.
why
I was going to tell you. Wait till you hear this Nick Jonas song coming out.
Oh, that's the next one I'm doing.
Yeah.
die, die, die. And I was just like, whoa.
Stop spraying my girlfriend with water. He's like, what? Who?
But when you were in Vietnam, was it hard communicating? Because I know with me, it's like,
yes,
I've done the long distance thing before.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, I guess I don't know if used to it is the right word. Because like I was definitely bummed you were leaving, but it's like I'm like, oh no, you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not worried. I think it like took a toll on you.
Yeah. It was mostly like the whole time difference was so crazy. Like it's literally the opposite of here. So when people are waking up here, we're going to bed there. So I just get so overwhelmed so easily by everything that was like such an overwhelming thought for me. And it's so hard for me to like disconnect. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's so hard for me. I talked about this in therapy this week.
Yeah.
But like, it's hard for me to realize that it's like, oh, this is just temporary. This isn't like forever. Because then it's like, what? We're never going to talk. Like, how is this going to happen? But I mean, I don't know. I had my days, but it was also like, I don't know. It was good, I think. But it was also like I didn't sleep there ever. I felt like I would wake up at 4 a.m. So it was just like a combination of being like exhausted. I couldn't really eat there because it was all fish. And then it was like, oh, I can't even like talk to Bruce like hardly.
Because you don't like fish.
I don't like fish. Sorry. It's just not my cup of fish. So I ate a lot of fruit and that was
Not
it.
my cup of bass.
Yeah, not at all. But yeah, it was kind of, but I don't know. What did you think?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like I'm just kind of, like that was always, like for me, it's like, like, have you done a long distance relationship before?
Not really. Like I had a thing with somebody from Vine like years ago and he actually lived here, well, in Orange County, but it wasn't.
Do I know them?
No.
Does it rhyme with Pain Habavi?
No.
Zane?
No, he lives in LA, not Orange County.
But this is how long ago?
2013 or 14.
And you were still in Omaha.
Yeah.
Where you used to live.
Yes.
In the middle of America. Couldn't be more center of America.
Middle America. Yeah.
But how long did you guys date?
A few months.
Okay.
It wasn't like anything serious, but
you met on Vine too.
Yeah, we met on Vine, and then I came here to like
What's
visit
with you
people.
and dating apps, or
right?
Meeting people on apps.
Literally, everyone joked that Vine was a dating app because so many people had relations. I think it's because you just kind of get to know somebody by watching them for a while, and then you kind of are like
fall in love with them 6 seconds at a time.
Yes, that's the whole thing. But yeah, it wasn't like my cup of tea at all either. I don't like the distance thing at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know, but have you ever dated someone long distance?
Yeah, I mean, like, I used to tour a lot. So, like, different bands I was in would go on tour. And I was in a couple different relationships on, like, different times of touring. Like, 2010, I think, was, like, the first time I, like, really, like, it was, like, a full U.S. tour. And the girl I was dating at the time, like, we had been dating, like, a year before I left.
Oh.
So it was, like, it was definitely tough. It was definitely weird. But that was, like, the one that, like, made me, like, oh, okay, like, this is how you do it. And then, then I was dating, I guess, somebody in 2015 while I was on tour. And that was difficult. We can go into that.
Oh, I think I know
later.
what you're saying about.
Yeah.
The first girl, the year long and then touring, how did she handle that?
That's the thing.
What do you mean?
It's interesting because, like, I don't know if it's gullible is the right word, but I believe people. Like, and like, so if somebody says they really miss me or they're really upset, like, I believe that.
Yeah.
And like, that's how I really thought it was. And then like later I'd find out through other people, it's like, oh no, she was like talking to so-and-so.
Oh,
so I was like,
that's
I don't know if I totally believe it, but it was like, oh man, we were dating like a while. Like, that sucks.
Yeah, and a year into it. It's not like you met and then left. It's like you had like a solid relationship for a year.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, but I mean, it was so long. That was like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So now I'm like so detached from it.
You start
I'm
crying.
Like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm like, tears are coming, but I'm smiling. I'm like, I think I got some deep-seated shit going on here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess like touring was like
though.
the only real long distance.
Oh, okay. So it was like temporary stuff then. It wasn't like, I'm moving.
Yeah, no. Never that. I think the longest thing was like an hour and a half from somebody. Like when I was in college and they were still home.
Gotcha.
Like that was it.
Yeah. It's those are weird. Well, I've never been in something like that, but I
Yeah.
feel like that's weird because it's kind of like you can't see them whenever you want, but it's not really long distance.
That's funny.
So it's like, I don't know.
Well, what goes along with that? So, okay, back it up. You dated this guy 3 months.
I think so. I honestly don't really remember.
Did you break up with him?
He broke up with me because he couldn't do long distance. And then
Dated somebody long distance?
no, he started dating someone else very quickly after that. So like I knew that he had already been talking to her basically.
Oh, okay.
But then it was like a few years later, he dated someone long distance for like a long time. So I was like, what do you mean? But it's just like interesting to see. I just think that, I don't know. I have no idea. It's happened to me a few times where I've like had a thing with somebody and then they end it because they found somebody else.
While they were with you?
Yes.
For like how long were you dating?
Every time that's happened, it hasn't been an actual, like, we're dating. So, I mean...
Interesting.
But it was clear that we were, like, talking every day and we liked each other. So, it's... I don't know. Maybe it sounds like I'm in the wrong or something, but it was... If you were in it, you'd be like, oh, that's really messed up that they... Like, we're talking to somebody else because it was very clear that, like, you like each other. And,
Yeah.
So, it's happened to me a few times and it always sucks, but... Oh, well.
You're not friends with any of your exes?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I dated somebody, like my real relationship for a few years. I wouldn't say we're like friends, but if I saw him somewhere, I'd be like, oh, hey, what are you up to type of thing.
Oh, hey, let's date.
Like, want to kiss? Yeah. No, I actually saw him at emo night.
Yeah.
I think,
yeah,
we
you like
talked
freaked out over that. You were like, I got to tell you something. Like, I might see my ex. I was like, okay.
Yeah, and I know it's not. I knew it wasn't a big deal, but I didn't know if he would be like, "That's weird." Like I've
the
never met
jealous
him or
type
something. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't know. I mean, like,
But-
I just am trusting, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it would be different if like, you're like, oh, I'm going to go to his house.
Yeah.
I'd be like, there's no need for that.
Right.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, if anything, like, go meet him for coffee or something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. But I mean, I'm still friends with some of my exes.
Yeah. Like you're in a little bit of contact with some of them.
Yeah, like we're not gonna hang out alone. Like I guess we have in the past. Like the girl I dated in high school. I mean, I graduated 11 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's happily married with a kid now. And
And you talk to her?
but we're still friends. And
Yeah.
like we've stayed in touch. And like I mean, we went through the lingering phase. Like I did that with most of the people I broke up with.
Like you would hang
There was,
out
like,
still
a lingering
after?
phase, yeah. And with her, it was like once I went to we both went to the same college, but she started dating somebody. So then it was just kind of like a nope.
Oh,
no
then it
more.
was a cutoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Has it ever happened to you where after you break up, they date someone right after?
yeah, that's happened. I mean, I've done the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a rebound or what. Mm-hmm. But that was actually an issue I had. We're talking about a couple of issues.
Yeah, hello.
One of my main issues with relationships was when I would break up with somebody, I would have to start talking to somebody right away because like I didn't want to deal with the issue. And my friend who's been sober now for I want to say like 10 years, 12 years. He gave me the best advice. He had been sober like 5-6 years when I just broke up with somebody, and I told him, I was like, I just dated, like, it was like somebody I dated for like 2 months. And I was like, dude, I'm like so depressed. I have no idea why. Like, I wasn't even that attached. Like, I don't understand why. He's like, Bruce, and this is the best advice that I've ever gotten in my life. He said, Bruce, and to anybody going through something like this, he's like, you're going 90 down a highway, right? And he's like, and every time you have an issue, you're throwing it in the back seat. So every breakup you had, like that 2-year breakup, boom, that's in the back seat. You're not dealing with it. He's like, then when you break up with somebody, even if it's for 2 months, you're slamming on the brakes and everything in the back seat is coming forward and hitting you.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it was just like this perfect metaphor that I was like, that's exactly what I'm doing. Like, I'm not dealing with it. And then, and then shortly after, I got into like the most like intense relationship
Oh, should we dive into that one?
I've ever, yeah.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah. And I don't, yeah, we can talk about it.
Well, I think it's important because it's like another layer of a breakup. Your circumstance adds another layer.
Yeah, I mean, so I dated somebody with a kid, and Carly knows this. This is your first time finding out.
I'm like, you did?
Yeah.
I'm like turning off the camera.
Is she a fan of mine?
The kid?
Yeah, and it was definitely it was wild. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't even know how to like talk about it. But yeah, I'm getting like weird.
Oh, it's okay. We don't have to talk about it.
No, I mean it's fine. It's just like
I think
I got really attached to the
Yeah.
kid, and I think that was the biggest issue. Is just like I wanted to play. I don't even know. Like I wanted,
family.
Yeah, I wanted to fix it. Like all the issues that were going on, I wanted to fix. Like, you know, the guy wasn't really involved, and I wanted to be that guy to like be a fatherly figure to her daughter, and it was like.
How old are you?
7.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
So you're the kid's friend.
26.
I'm confused.
26.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is
Whoa.
like 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Woo, time flies. And it was definitely. I mean, like, I met the kid way too early on. Like, I didn't really know the girl I eventually dated. Like, I didn't even know her that well. But it was like, we'll just pretend like you're a friend and whatever. But like, I can't wait to have kids one day. Like, I'm not ready yet.
Yeah.
You know? But like eventually, like, and so I think when I like was in that role, like I was like, oh my God.
Like this is what it's
this
like.
is what it's like.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was definitely like it was wild. It was crazy. And like when you're in it, like when I was in that situation, I wasn't really thinking straight. And I was just like, it was just kind of like in too deep, way too quick. And then it was like, how do I get out of this? And then we went on tour. My band went on tour in 2015. And it was just like it was a whole thing. Because then it was just like, now I'm away. So I'm trying to like help out. And it was like a really, really stressful time. And so yeah, when we broke up, it was like, that was the hardest breakup. At that time, that was the hardest thing I'd ever done in my life. And so I went to therapy.
Because you were attached to the kid.
Yeah. More so than anything.
Yeah. That's so interesting.
So, yeah, I mean, it's like it's crazy. Because, like, I've met people, like, I do a lot of songwriting sessions, so I get to meet a lot of songwriters, and everybody tells their story. And, you know, like, what are we writing about today? And then you might think of a concept, or you might think of this or whatever. And, like, somebody just literally went through what I went through.
Oh,
and,
really?
Yeah. It was a songwriter friend of mine, and she was just like, yeah, talking to this guy, he's a kid, and it was just like, whoa, okay. And then it was just kind of like, okay, we can write about this. I connect completely and, like, understand it. And, it was just definitely a crazy time. I don't know. I feel weird now.
No, I think you described it perfectly. It's just crazy how, like, I mean, I've never dated somebody with a kid, but like when you break up, there's so many other things, like their family or even like their friends. If you're friends with their friends, it's almost like you're breaking up with them too.
That's another, like, I get really attached to families.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like dads with like pinball machines in their basement.
Okay, that's oddly specific to me. That's
No,
why you're dating me still.
Her dad has like 100 pinball machines.
Yeah, not even
in
exaggerating.
their basement. Like, no joke.
It's an unfinished basement. When you walk downstairs, the whole basement is just lined with games. Like, there's no bare wall.
Yeah.
So.
Which is also a fun thing for all the songs I produce now. When I went to her place, I took, like, literally just with my iPhone, like, the voice memo app, and just recorded a bunch of the pinball machines making, because they're, like, a lot of them are, like, old school stuff, and there's, like, this bowling thing, and I took all these samples, and I've been putting on, like, almost every song I've ever done since October.
Yeah.
Or August
October,
or September
I
or something like that. Putting those little samples in. So you can't really tell it's a pinball machine.
Yeah. It's funny because they're originally like, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Like, morph
Your dad's
it.
going to send me like a cease and desist.
Yeah, like, you can't use my machines. I don't know why I gave him that accent.
Were you close with your ex's family at all?
Not really. Weird.
Oh, wow.
Like, I mean, his mom and I got along pretty well, but it wasn't, I don't know, it's weird. I never really connected super hard with his family. So I think, like, when we broke up, it wasn't really a big factor for me at all, which is so weird, but I don't know. But I think he was more attached to like my family than I was to his. Because my parents are literally like all my friends' parents.
What do you mean?
Like my friends see, like my friends at home, like see my mom.
I
as
thought you were
mom.
like, they're just like all of my other friends' parents. I was like,
sorry,
I don't know what they're like.
Sorry,
That's funny.
No, like in high school, I'd have friends over. My mom would always make us food and snacks, and it'd be like the house everyone went to. So I think that my people just connect with my parents because they're very
No, I get that. I mean, that's how our parents are pretty similar.
Yeah, your parents are exactly the same.
So I think
like if we broke up, I
got-
would be so sad about your parents for sure.
people get like really attached to my parents, like friends even. And, every band I've been in, like my parents like are so welcoming and they're like, they cook for them and like help out as much as possible. So they're the best.
Yeah, it's funny. I've heard I always hear your friends talk about your mom and dad.
I know. And then my mom
nice.
would like if my one friend I forget what kind of cookie it is. Like one of my friends would be like. He's like, oh, I love this cookie. And my mom would, like, make it for them.
Oh.
It's like, she's just so sweet.
That's so cute.
But
I love that.
with other, like, people I dated, there were, like, a few families that, like, I was so attached to. And it was, like, so hard, after a breakup.
So it's like, I want to talk to them, but I can't.
I know. It's, like, it's weird because, like the girl I dated in high school, like, I still talk to her, like, nieces. Like, every once in a while. Like, I ran into her niece. It was, like, a year ago, but... like when I was back home, and it's just like, it's been so like 11 years. It's not like we even dated. It's just like we just knew each other.
It's like, oh yeah, you're that person.
Yeah. It's like, oh, good. How have you been? And like that's it.
That's crazy. So you dated somebody with a child, which I feel like a lot of people would see that as a deal breaker. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe not at our age. Well, I don't know.
I will say, I just want to put this on the record that I know there can be a stigma around therapy and like going and seeing a therapist. That was the best choice I ever made in my entire life. Yeah. Was going, and I only went for like 2 months, but in the 2 months that I went, it like made a world of a difference. Like just to talk to somebody and like figure out what was going on. And then I learned so much about myself outside of that relationship. Yeah. And like my own issues and
it's weird sometimes.
There were a couple of them.
Just a few. It's weird because they can like point out stuff you don't really know about yourself. Yeah. And you're like, oh. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I feel like I was trapped in some of it where she'd be like, how do you communicate with people and like this and that and whatever? And she'd be like, you're this type of person. And to be like, you tend to say this and that, whatever. And then a lot of people were like, thought this was weird. She was like, would you mind if I went through your phone? Oh. And like read your conversation. Like, because I was in an argument with somebody. And it was like the best thing. It was like exposure therapy or something. Yeah. Where she just blasted me for like, don't say this. Because when you say this, it's immediately putting somebody on the defense. You know, and she's like, this here, okay, yeah, exactly. That's why you should say this. And
I feel like everybody needs that.
It's really interesting.
Like, everybody should have someone at least once go through their an argument text or something and be like, you're doing this.
You know what? Shouldn't. And I've told this to somebody, and they said they're going to do this, so maybe this might help somebody that's watching or listening. Treat every conversation, like the way you're texting, if you're in, like, an argument, whatever, pretend like somebody's going to read it. Or pretend, you know...
like someone else.
Yeah. So say if I'm in a fight with Carly, I'm going to pretend like her mom's going to read this text. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it's like...
smart,
it's a way of being like, be respectful. Because sometimes when you're heated in the moment, you say things you don't mean. And I don't know, it's just a thought. Like,
or send a voice memo. No, because they can keep those too.
Yeah, you can save a voice memo.
I know. It was like a meme. It's like when you don't want her to screenshot, and it's like 70 like voice memos.
That's hilarious.
Like you don't want someone to screenshot or whatever. Yeah, that's good advice.
But sorry, you were saying biggest deal breaker.
Oh yeah, I think. Again, I don't know, maybe our age is fine for some people, but like have some dating or meeting somebody and starting to like them and then finding out they have a child. It's like a deal breaker. Do you have any actual like deal breakers though right off the bat?
I'm like, well, I did that one, so I guess I don't have any deal breakers.
None. Like say you're on a first date with someone you don't know very well. Yeah. What could they do that would make you be like, this is not going to work out?
I would even say if I was on a first date with somebody and the kid's not the deal breaker. Okay. Like I think somebody has a child, like they're like, if they're taking care of their kid and everything, I mean, like there's like some sort of like maturity and responsibility there, but it's how Like, there's so many other factors to it that I
Right.
would want to know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's we're gonna mark that under questions. And then I'd be like, questionable.
Right.
I would probably say deal breakers would be like probably more so of like personality and job.
Okay. And job?
Yeah. Like if we met and you were like, oh yeah, I'm doing like YouTube like full time, and I go to your channel and you're getting like 100 views a video.
Oh.
And I'm like,
How?
like, what do you do for work? And you're like, I don't need to.
I don't work.
I would be like, that's it. I'm out.
Oh, okay.
Like
so it's like the integrity.
driven or something. Like even if you're working at you worked at Target, like that wouldn't be a deal breaker.
Right.
If you're doing the
That's
YouTube
good.
on the side.
I might be back there in
Like,
a few years.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you're doing both, you're like, oh, I want to do YouTube. Like I'm like, cool, she's got a passion.
Yeah.
So what do you do for work? And then you're like, well, I bust my ass at Target. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, cool, sweet.
Yeah.
But to be like, when somebody has like, well, all my hopes and dreams are in this, and it's like, well, okay, but realistically, you gotta be doing something else too.
Yeah, yeah. Or daddy's sending those checks.
Yeah, I think that would probably be a deal breaker.
If someone's parents are just paying for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's probably really common in LA. I don't think I really know anybody like that though.
Yeah.
But I'm sure
you're
it's
friends with successful YouTubers.
true. Maybe we'll find out in a few years.
Maybe Daddy David will be paying for us pretty
Daddy
soon.
David. He just sends us checks every week.
Well,
There you go.
what's a deal breaker for you?
Oh, goodness. I have a list. No, I'm
Okay.
kidding. No, I don't.
Was there anything that I said on a date that you were like, I don't know about that? Like even just being a musician.
No.
I feel like there's like a stigma around that.
About being a musician?
Yeah, like
Like you're
Girls
going to go
being,
cheat
like-
and stuff?
well,
Like go on the
maybe,
road and
but-
go cheat.
Well, just the sense that just we're all broke and don't make money,
no, I never thought that
and
at
then
all.
we're also gonna tour.
Yeah. I don't think I like knew what that was really. Like touring.
Musician.
No, like I don't think no, you definitely didn't do or say anything at all.
That
That
was a deal breaker.
it was a deal breaker.
I
Yeah.
just was a mute.
He didn't talk to me at all and I loved it.
I play hard to get on the first date.
Yeah.
I just slide Post-it notes that just say like, "How is
Hey.
it?" Hey.
I'm like I think if I was on a first date and sense of humor to me is like the top thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think if they just were very dry or like didn't laugh at things that I thought were funny or didn't try to joke.
Selfish.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
kidding.
But like, you know.
Yeah,
things
no,
that-
I know. But I think you would be able to tell that through texting
For sure.
or just like Tinder messages.
Yeah. The only Tinder dates I went on, I knew that they had a sense of humor because of like the messaging. So I was like, okay, this like I'll try it. It's weird. That's literally like the top thing for me. And then
Or if they were a rock star's kid.
yeah, that was like a huge thing for me.
Yeah. She went on a Tinder date with one of the guys in Aerosmith's
Oh yeah,
son.
son.
So
But that
she's-
wasn't why. I didn't care at all.
Yeah. I guess you have a thing for rock stars, babe.
No, rock stars' sons.
I dated
So-
somebody with a kid.
Oh, okay, here we
You
go.
want to date my ex's kid?
No, I don't. Oh, what was I gonna say? There was one other thing that like stuck out to me. Oh, and obviously it's like how they treat other people. It's like,
Yeah.
But I feel like that's kind of a given. It's not really an interesting deal breaker. But
You know
it's
what?
also
You know what? You could probably figure that out really quick on a date. I'm actually 100% on board. That's the deal breaker for me. It's the way that people talk, especially to waiters or
Yeah.
waitresses, when you're out, or the way they'll talk about their friends or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I'm just like, dude. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I keep doing tangents, but
hello.
sorry. There's an alien outside.
We'll be back in an hour. Suck us up in an hour.
So I have this weird. I don't know why I'm talking about this. There's a segue in my brain.
Okay.
So Carly makes fun of me because I find myself, my guilty pleasure is like finding like these celebrities don't like Ellen.
Oh,
and like
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
like, and I'll watch
Like so many compilations.
compilations. I don't know why. It's like my getaway.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I'm obsessed with it.
I
And-
don't care about them at all, but once he starts watching it, I'm like in it.
Yeah.
So I
It'll
get
be
it.
like 5 cringiest interviews with actors.
yeah.
And I don't know why. I love that stuff. Like I'm all day, every day about it. But there was like a bunch of it was just like these 5 actors won't like or don't like Ellen or made fun of Ellen or it was something like that. And I was watching it. And I think I have a similar thing with Ellen where it doesn't seem like she's like mean at all. She's like the sweetest, but it seems like when anybody else is mean or like
makes fun of
Wendy,
people.
What was it? Wendy
Williams. How you doing?
Wendy Williams is like super mean.
Yeah.
And like makes fun of people, but then we'll have them on the show and treat them differently. Ellen's about spreading positivity, like don't be mean. So I don't know why. Dang, I forgot what the
You forgot
was. Because that because like at restaurants and stuff, like when people are like mean or if they talk about their friends, like I've noticed when people are just meeting you or if they're nervous and they're making fun of other people, it's like a weird insecurity thing and that always rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like there's so much, it's so easy to be a dick and to be an asshole and to make fun of somebody and to do, it's so hard to be nice. So what I'm saying is, and I laughed out loud because me and Ellen are going to start our own podcast. Hear me out.
What? You're
Shark
replacing
Tank.
with Ellen.
We're going to go on Shark Tank and yeah.
And my favorite show without me.
So tune in. It'll be next Thursday on ABC.
I won't be there. Don't watch
I'll
it.
be on the Ellen show.
Erin would be so mad at you. She loves Ellen. I guess that's true. If whoever I'm seeing doesn't get along with my friends, I can't.
I got along with your friends on the first time we hung out.
Yeah.
But I thought Zane, her best friend Zane, who is awesome.
Yeah.
I thought he hated me.
Yeah.
He like gave me like death looks.
I told him that recently and he was like, I don't even remember meeting. I think he was just drunk or something.
No, it was like from the beginning of the night. Like he didn't even say hi to me.
Oh.
It was pretty funny.
But sorry, I have a little story that relates. I had a thing with a guy in like I was in high school and he was like one of my friends and he lived down the street, so we hung out almost every day and just like hung out whatever, and I was finally like I want him to come hang out with my friends. I had a pretty big friend group, and so the first time he hung out with my friends we went to a restaurant and he did not he was so nice and like fun to be around, but as soon as he got around my friends he wouldn't talk, and the waitress came over and asked for our drink, so everyone's like, can I get this, and he goes, can I get a free Coke? Like free. And I dropped him off that night and I never talked to him again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I liked him a lot. And I was just like, I can't.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's
like that
weird.
was so I literally, and I think I blacked out. I don't remember. I think I joked or laughed because I was so uncomfortable.
That's really
Did he really
interesting.
just ask for a free Coke?
Did he say free Coke or did he say Pepsi free?
He said free Coke.
Because Pepsi free, that's a Back to the Future joke.
Oh, no, he didn't say it. Imagine that was it and I totally ruined it 'cause I was so mad.
He was like making a joke. He's like, no one laughed at my free Coke joke.
Except I laughed because I was so uncomfortable.
Was
But
he like
a
being serious?
Yeah, completely. And he was like he didn't talk to any of my friends. He was very like cold
Where'd
almost.
you go? Where were you?
Chili's. We were in high school.
I was going to say, this is back in the... I thought I was picturing here recently.
Oh, no. And
Can I get a free Coke?
Yeah. And it's funny because I feel like...
Were you 21?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was probably like 17.
I was like, maybe he was the sober driver. Like sometimes that's acceptable to be like, hey, I'm not drinking tonight. Could I just get a Coke?
Yeah. But even like the way he said it, it was like so cringy.
Yeah.
Can I get a free... like everyone was ordering. It was literally like water. Oh, I'll have a lemonade. Oh, I'll have a Pepsi. Can I get a free Coke? Oh, it pissed me off so bad. I like haven't thought about that story in probably 3-4 years.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm shaking.
We're here now.
Yes, we're fine. Please don't you do that tomorrow.
So we did tweet out.
Yes,
Do you have screenshots?
I do. I have them right here.
Oh, I mean tweets, not screenshots.
Yeah. So we
Screenshots
asked...
of the tweets.
Yeah. Yes, what?
We have the tweets.
We have them.
You guys tweeted in.
So
at Couple of Issues. You can follow us on Twitter at Couple of Issues. You can tweet us all the time in there.
What was that last word?
I'm going to be going down to Nashville in like 2 months. If anybody's going to be there in July, I'll see you then. Sorry, I was just getting my country on.
You're just shouting out your trip.
Yeah, just shout out my trip.
Just want everyone to know. What did we say? We said, describe your worst breakup in 5 words.
In 5 words. Oh, yeah, I love this. I haven't seen any of these.
Okay. So there were only a few that like made sense. Some of them were like, yeah. So I only have a few.
If they don't make sense, I like that too.
Yeah. Okay, so at Le Rosel said he got another girl pregnant.
He got another girl pregnant.
Oh, that's perfect. Whoa, that fits perfectly and so sad. Could you imagine?
What do you mean that fits perfectly?
That's
the
5
prompt
words.
was 5 words.
No, I know, but like he got another girl pregnant just fits perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how else to word it. He got girl.
That's tough.
I could not imagine. That would be so blindsiding unless your significant other is just like really sketchy and you're kind of like, well, I saw it coming.
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But like if you did that, I would be like, there'd be so many different levels of hurt and
Okay.
huh?
What's worse?
Oh boy.
Is it worse that the girl finds out? I think I already know the answer. Is it worse that the girl finds out the guy got another girl pregnant? Or is it worse that the guy has a girlfriend who gets pregnant and then he finds out later that's not his kid?
Ooh.
I
mean,
think that's worse.
They're both equally worse.
I think that's worse because if the girl never says anything, you're dragging that out.
Yeah.
At least 9 months.
That's
and
true.
then maybe lying past it.
And
if
the
you
stress
find
and everything.
out that he got another girl pregnant, that's
You can
the
go.
deal breaker.
Yeah. I guess that's
for
true. You
sure.
can just like go. But
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of like asking, is it worse if he cheats or she cheats? Like they're both crappy.
Well, I think in that sense, it's both
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
But I think if it was like you were manipulated into thinking you got a girl pregnant and like the excitement around that.
Yeah. And like your whole life is changing
What are
in
your
so
thoughts?
many ways.
This is such a random question.
What?
I just saw on Facebook, I was like scrolling through and there was it was some guy from Vine.
Okay.
Long hair guy. He used to do like twerking.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
He put up like a stick with his girl.
Oh, like a pregnancy
So yeah,
stick. Just
such
a
a
stick.
dumb person. I put the stick up and it said pregs.
Pregnant.
But they revealed that they were pregnant on this video, which I thought was cool. However, at what point do you draw the line on like, oh, we can't film this part of our lives?
Oh, for like family vloggers and
yeah,
stuff?
Yeah, like family vloggers, like I think there was one I saw that Twitter or Twitch like named the kid. Like you guys requested, you named my kid.
Ooh, I did a poll on Twitter and this
Yeah.
is the name. Oh boy, I don't know. I mean, it's all up to whoever's in it. I mean, if they're cool with it and they like it, then go for it. But I feel like also you have to take into consideration the kid.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think I think there's like moments, put it out
For
there.
sure.
But like the actual pregnancy, nah. And like
What do you mean the actual pregnancy?
I feel like people stream it. Like I feel like that's like a thing with somebody I just saw, and I don't even know who they were mentioning. I might have heard on like Philip DeFranco or something that they were gonna like stream the actual birth
Labor.
of their kid,
My God.
and it was
Like
like
on
it was like a
Periscope
like
or
a
something?
sponsored thing.
Oh
like
my
by like
God.
whatever app that's like a live streaming app or something. Like
I feel
that,
like
I
that's
think it's too much.
I think it's too much because in the moment maybe it's exciting and you're like, oh, sponsorship, but like later you're gonna be like, this was such a private moment and we put it everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's weird.
You're
I don't-
monetizing your life, so I get that you need to make money, you need to make ends meet,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a line.
Yeah, I would never do that.
For sure.
But okay, shall we move on?
Let's move on.
Okay.
The next question. Hit it with me.
Okay,
it with me.
Okay, I'll hit it with you. This one, I don't know why I screenshotted it. It's at least 10 words.
That's fine. One fell through the cracks.
Okay, this one is by @AshleyRayan, and it says, in junior high, the boy I was dating made me draw a picture of a rose so he could give it to another girl he wanted to ask out. That's sad. It's like a cute, sad thing where you'll look back and be like, that asshole.
Well, how old?
Junior high.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
also you're feeling
that's the biggest lesson of, hey, guys are assholes.
Yeah. And also it's junior high and you're already so emotional and like you don't know who you are yet. So like stuff like that really affects you, I think.
But there's something to say about your roses.
Your roses are dope.
you got that guy a girlfriend with your rose.
That's true.
That's pretty great.
She's like, thanks, I guess.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo. All right. This one is good. Side chick. Oh, sorry. This one is by @Shell15155105. As Crystalia would say, change it. Side chick answered his phone. So
Wait.
it would be like if I called you and whoever
Some
you were
other
cheating
girl.
on me with answered and was like, "Sup, bitch."
Oh man,
That's a lot.
What
like,
would
what
you
was
do?
I-
What would you do? You
I would think it's a joke for like at least an hour.
you call me at 2 a.m. to say goodnight. We're not sleeping in the same bed, and a girl answers my phone. Hello, Bruce is in the bathroom. What's up?
Oh my god, I'm getting pissed.
What would you do? Would you drive over?
Yes.
You would drive over
Oh,
for me? You hate driving. That's so sweet.
are you
babe.
kidding me?
Aw.
I would get in what the fuck is going on.
Whoa.
That's weird.
Whoa.
But it's also
now we got a parental advisory. This
it's also
shit.
it's
I'm joining in on it.
Sorry, I'm fired
I've never
up.
seen you so passionate.
It's so that's
You
so
care?
messed up. What?
You care about me like that?
A little bit. I just like it because of drama. Can I vlog it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Walked into my
Oh,
boyfriend cheating on me.
Yeah, we might as well go all the way out with this.
What?
And like, we should get somebody like clickbaity to sleep with me.
Oh, I was like, where in here right now? Okay, so Tana. Bruce is with Tana. Yeah, no, I would literally, oh my God. I would be so confused because you're not like that at all.
Yeah.
And so at first I would be so confused and then I'd probably start crying and then I'd get really pissed off and then I'd start driving here. Probably have a panic attack and have
Like
to pull
without
over.
even knowing, you like that's all an assumption.
Why would a girl at 2 a.m. answer your phone and say,
Hey.
Bruce is in the bathroom?
Praying. That's how she says it.
Oh, he's in the bathroom. What would you do if you called me at 2 a.m. and a guy said, who the fuck is this? Carly showering.
Oh my god. Yeah, that totally flipped it.
Yeah.
That's my nightmare.
Yeah.
I think about that a lot.
With me?
Yeah. Like what would I do?
Yeah. Would you drive over?
Because like I know you would never cheat ever, but
Yeah.
I think about that. I'm like, what if she was like that?
Yeah.
Like what a crazy life. Like I don't know. Not being judgmental, but I see that stuff going on, and it's like, and you've people dating people, and the other person talking to somebody,
Yeah.
and like doing that whole thing, and then like, oh man, I would lose my mind.
Would
I
you drive
lose my
over?
mind. I would probably just break up with you.
You wouldn't even come over?
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I would be fuming.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so intense.
It would sound like one of those like steam whistles, like
Just
the whole way there, just smoke coming out.
just going 90,
Yeah.
flipping out. Ew, I don't know. I just can't like you've been cheated on.
Yeah,
I just can't imagine that feeling.
yeah.
I could not imagine that feeling. Like we talked about some like whoever I was seeing finding someone right away, and that hurts so much. But I can't. It's probably nothing compared to being cheated on when you're in a relationship with someone that you love.
The weirdest thing is,
You're like, didn't bother me.
like it. I know it sounds weird, but cheating doesn't bother me as much. Isn't it?
As what?
It's as like, I would be more upset if you were like seeing somebody else than if there was like a one-time like fling thing.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
And I know
they're
that's
both
crazy,
bad, but it makes sense. Though.
I had this weird experience when I was in 8th grade, and I was. Do you remember Deep Rooted?
No.
Like I guess like back in the day, Deep Rooted was like you French kissed a girl,
Okay.
or French kissed somebody,
Right.
and so this girl Deep Rooted me, whatever, and so we were boyfriend and girlfriend. We became boyfriend and girlfriend. We're at the movies. Swear to God, true story. She turns to me. She goes, "I don't want to be your girlfriend anymore." And I was like, "Oh, that sucks." And then turns to my friend and starts making out with him.
That's from a movie.
I swear to God, to the point where then they're like laying, cheating. Like I guess it's not cheating because she broke up with me, but like on me. I literally
Oh.
stormed out of the movie theater, and the guy like chased me out. He's like, "Dude, what's going on? What's wrong?" I was like, "What is wrong with you? Like what?" And I mean, we're in 8th grade, but I think that was traumatizing
Well, yeah.
to make me like. But I think I became like desensitized
Desensitized.
to the fact of I was just like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen a lot in my life.
Oh my God, that's
really weird.
that's crazy. like that's like from a movie.
Yeah,
Jeez.
pretty wild.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sad. Again, middle school is the worst.
And then I don't even want to talk. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about it. That same girl became friends with another girl that like I had a thing with, but we never did anything. And then another girl that I like made out with once. This is now in high school, like 10th or 11th grade, and the three of them work together and they become good friends. and we were out somewhere, and they would like look at me and be like,
Oh.
and I was like, it was like Mean Girls. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Made your boy insecure.
I'm gonna go punch him.
Hey, if I were a SoundCloud rapper, I'd be Lil Insecurity. Lil Insecurity.
Oh, that's cute.
Thanks.
Insecure.
Lil Insecurity.
Like
And
after Lil
Lil
Xan's.
Insecurity.
Opening for Lil Xan's is Lil Insecurity.
Let's do one more.
Yeah, we got
One more tweet.
Okay, this is from @Aaron _me, Aaron's _Marie. Says, didn't quit school for him, which I don't quite understand. Unless
That means he was like, you should be with me. Stop. You don't need to go to school.
Yeah.
Pop is going to make some money. Don't go to school.
Which is good that you broke up then. Because I feel
Yeah.
like you...
Screw
yeah.
that guy.
That's, yeah. Do your thing.
That was a girl, right?
Yeah. So obviously she broke up with... I think she broke up with him. Or maybe he broke up with her. But either way, it's a good thing because if someone's telling you not to do something like that, that's a red flag.
Have you ever dated somebody that was like really controlling?
No.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just like...
What was like the most controlling thing they did?
Like, you can't talk to any other girls. Like, to the point where I wouldn't even... Like, my friend at school would be like, hey, Bruce. And I would just
My God.
turn away. I mean, we were young.
Yeah, that's really funny
It
though.
was so dumb. We were both so controlling because then I was like, well, if you're gonna tell me that, then you can't do this.
Yeah, it just
like,
adds.
It just like became this super toxic thing.
Yeah, that just
we
builds
were
up
super
then.
young, but it's
Yeah,
funny.
that is funny. Just
Yeah.
not saying
just
anything.
Yes,
Do.
I write her a note. I'm like, someone's watching.
You can't talk to me now. Meet me under the bridge later. We'll have a conversation.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hate you. And I run away.
Don't talk to me ever again.
Well,
Wow.
that concludes another episode.
A couple.
Couple of issues.
The
If you
breakup
enjoyed
episode.
it or didn't, write us an iTunes review.
Yeah, and rate it, please.
Tell my parents what up in the review.
We want to be number 1 on iTunes of all podcasts. So watch
Oh.
out. Joe Rogan, move over.
Joe.
I'm sorry,
who?
Joe. We love you.
We watch you all the time.
Please have us on.
Yeah, so if we could go to the top of the charts, I'd be pretty stoked
Yeah,
about
that
it.
would be the best thing ever.
And guys, the more reviews, the more views, the more likely we'll stay together.
Yeah. Oh my worst fear. I'm like, we shouldn't do this.
You don't want mom and dad to break up, do you? You
so
better
you better
keep
rate
listening.
it. You better share it on your Facebook
We're so
page.
manipulative.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No, but thank you guys
so
so much
scary.
for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Leave us a comment.
Give it a like also. And turn on the bell. You know what? Get notified when we post these.
And guess what?
What's up?
We'll talk to you next week.
Okay. We will.
Bye.
Bye.